Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with baked acorn squash. Don't those look good? Acorn squash, not the most exciting vegetable in the world, but with this delicious glaze, I think you're going to like it. And they look cool. So here we go. We're going to take 2 acorn squash and cut them in half lengthwise. These are so dangerous. So start the knife really carefully, wait until it cuts in a little bit with almost no pressure, then give it some pressure and go through. So the first couple inches there, be really deliberate and careful. Once it's cut in half, take a spoon and go ahead and just scoop out the seeds and the strings. And then you're going to take a very sharp paring knife and make slashes, crisscross pattern, about, I don't know, 1/4 inch deep. And you'll notice I'm holding one end of the acorn squash, cutting the other end and then flipping it, so my hands basically stay as far away from the knife as possible. So we're going to cut every about 1/2 inch and then go the other way. And those slashes are what's going to let that glaze kind of soak in nice and deep and make it extra delicious. We're going to put those in a baking dish and then take a couple tablespoons of freshly squeezed orange juice and just paint it on. Make sure it gets in all those little nooks and crannies. Give it a nice dusting of kosher salt. Those are going to go in a preheated 400-degree oven for 30 minutes. This is cooking segment 1. While that's cooking, we're going to take a couple tablespoons of butter, a couple tablespoons of maple syrup, some brown sugar, black pepper, and just a dash of cayenne. All right, put that over medium heat, bring it to a simmer, give it a stir, and boil that for 1 minute. And that's our glaze. All right, half hour has elapsed. We're going to pull out our squash, and you'll notice in the bottom of each one, you're going to get a couple tablespoons of liquid. This clear liquid, pour that out. That's going to dilute the glaze. All right, so carefully pour that out. Take your glaze and paint it on each squash. So you want to divide that glaze up, by the 4 squash. It's okay if a little bit runs into the center. That will happen, but just brush it the best you can up the sides and over the top. That's going to go back in the oven, still at 400 of course, for another 40 minutes. So 40 minutes, it comes out, and it's beautiful. Now that glaze, as it cools a little bit, it's going to thicken up. So what you want to do is take it from the bottom. There'll be maybe like a tablespoon at the bottom. Just keep dripping that down the sides, through those little slashes. It looks so beautiful. I think it's like almost borderline wrong to find a squash that attractive, but I can't help myself. I'm in love. We're going to throw a little more salt on there. 95% of people that don't like vegetables have never had them properly salted. It's one of my many theories I can't prove. And then you're going to just use a spoon to scoop out that delicious, sweet, glazed squash. And by the way, some of you were wondering why I don't take a big bite at the end of the videos lately. Because I got to photo these for the cookbook, so I got to keep them looking nice. In case you missed that, just close your eyes, pretend I'm eating a bite. Oh yeah, oh that's good. So good. All right, so that's basically what you would have missed. Anyway, I hope you give those a try. Really simple recipe. Great side dish for anything. All the ingredients are on the site, so go check it out. And as always, enjoy.